The unforgiving Sudanese sun beats down from a sky of molten copper, baking the life out of the cracked earth. There are no lush lawns here, no cool fountains, no cozy homes shielded from the elements. Every day is a raw, daily battle with air that burns the lungs, with sand-lashing winds, and with a scarcity of water more precious than gold. Life here is fragile, especially for a woman. Death comes suddenly, taking the young and leaving only bitter ash and a ringing emptiness. The rules here are different, even for the things we consider most private. We, living in another world, are used to different terms. For us, a home is a sanctuary of personal happiness, and marriage is a union of mutual choice. But here, among the people in long white robes, the jalabiya, the laws aren't dictated by man, but by the desert itself. To us, these laws are foreign, even frightening. You see a man whose face is lined not with age, but with a constant squint against the blinding light. His hands are strong, capable of working from dawn till dusk, but his eyes hold the pain of loss. His home is empty, no woman's hands to stir the coals, lay out the mats, or fill the water jug. No woman's voice to fill the silence. A man without a woman isn't just a widower, he's half of a whole. His life collapsing, his status and ability to survive under threat. In this world, a man in trouble is not left to face it alone. In a world where survival is the ultimate currency, the solidarity between men is the bedrock of society. A woman isn't just a companion, she's the heart of the home, the keeper of the hearth. Without her, a man, especially a widower, is in a critical situation. And so, when one brother, not necessarily by blood, but bound by a shared fate, loses his wife, another may do something unthinkable in our world. He offers his brother the most precious thing he has, his wife. Yes, it sounds barbaric. We come from a world where marital fidelity is an absolute, and any move on another spouse is a grave sin. But the concepts here are different. This isn't about personal gain or pleasure. It's about saving a brother.
This isn't a gesture of contempt for the woman. On the contrary, it shows just how highly a woman's presence is valued for the survival of men. By offering his wife, a man is saying, "I know how hard this is for you. Take my cornerstone so your own house doesn't collapse." It is the ultimate expression of trust and brotherhood. To be clear, this doesn't happen out of disregard for the woman as a person, but because in this value system, saving a brother is paramount. The wife doesn't become an object to be traded, but the key to restoring life to a hollowed-out home. She helps pull a man back from the brink of despair. Such a gift is no small thing. It's a decision that requires immense courage and loyalty from the one giving and profound gratitude from the one receiving. In a world where the community's survival depends on the strength of each member, such measures aren't an extreme. They are the only way forward. When the offer is made, there are no grand ceremonies. It all happens quietly between the men, perhaps over a cup of bitter coffee in the shade of a rare tree. Your hearth has gone cold, one might say, looking the other in the eye. Let my wife help you relight it until you're back on your feet. For the man who accepts, this is more than just help with chores. It's the return of life to a home where every jug of water, every bundle of firewood is the result of hard labor. A man without a woman here is like an arrow without a tip, a fire without fuel. He exists, but he can't fully function. In daily life, the woman becomes not just a homemaker, but the linchpin connecting the man to the community. She knows how to conserve water, how to protect the home from sand, how to maintain order among meager supplies. Her work is invaluable, and her presence brings warmth and rhythm back to the home. From our perspective, the woman's situation is complex. The decision is made by her husband, based on his duty to his brother. But her role is not merely that of a passive object. Her skill in running a household, her willingness to help, these are virtues that earn her respect. In some critical situations, she herself might express a desire to stay with the other man if he can provide safety and stability. This isn't seen as betrayal, but as a pragmatic choice where survival trumps romantic ideals. Her husband's consent is still required, but her voice is heard. The main difference between this tradition and our understanding of marriage is its function. Here, marriage is not just a union of souls, but a unit of survival. If a husband has consented to such a temporary arrangement, it is not considered cheating. It's an open agreement, a testament to brotherhood and mutual aid. The length of this loan varies from a few days to several months until the widower can get his household back in order or find a new wife. Sometimes the temporary union becomes permanent. If all parties agree, the woman might become a second wife, which is permissible in this polygynous culture. This requires the man to be able to support a larger family, but it's seen as a natural outcome. All of this is not a sign of moral decay, but the highest form of mutual support, allowing people to survive where every step is a struggle. The readiness to sacrifice one's personal life to save a brother is the foundation their community is built on. A central place in this way of life is the clearing by the well or the shade of a tree where the men gather in the evening. Here, fates are decided, problems are discussed, and decisions are made that shape everyone's lives. It's here that the offer might be voiced, quietly, but with immense weight.
Today, this tradition is fading. Modern changes, the rise of education, the influence of city life, and new ideas about women's rights are gradually pushing out the ancient customs. Women are increasingly choosing their own paths, and male solidarity now finds other outlets, like financial support or helping a widower find a new wife. Yet, in remote villages, where life is still governed by the laws of the desert, the tradition may still persist, a reminder of a time when survival depended not just on strength, but on the willingness to share what was most precious. In this way, past and present are woven into a unique cultural fabric, where every decision reflects the struggle for life and human dignity. We cannot judge what is born of desperation and love for one's brother. In our world, where marriage is a choice of the heart, it's hard to understand a world where it's a matter of life and death. When the desert winds of Sudan die down and heat lightning flashes across the endless expanse, old men sit in the shade of an acacia tree and share stories. Their grandsons listen with mixed feelings, in their eyes the glint of modernity, but also an understanding that their grandfathers were heroes in their own right. Perhaps in our pursuit of individualism, the modern world has lost something vital. Or perhaps we've just found other ways to be human. But one thing remains constant. Under any sky, a person is still a person, with a need for help, understanding, and fellowship. And somewhere in that simple truth lies the key to what makes us all one family.